Usu, hope you guys are doing well. Did you ever wonder why Toji has dark eyes? Or how Nita was able to sit down after getting poked in the butt? Well, now we're going to go over 35 small details you may have missed in Jujutsu Kaisen's Shibuya arc. Now let's get started. The reason Fate Ghetto used Shibuya as the location on the 31st of October is because in real life in Japan, it is common for large crowds around 70,000 people to go out and drink with each other, making it pretty much an unofficial Halloween party. This was perfect for Ghetto's plan since he wanted to use as many people as possible to threaten Gojo and the rest of the Jujutsu source. Did you ever notice that sometimes some of the scenes were like a little bit blurry or a bit dark and hard to see? It's because the Japanese broadcasters use them as a measure to prevent epileptic seizures. The Blu-ray also takes away the dimming and ghosting, so you will be able to have the full experience in the comfort of your home. No more of that ghosting and dimming stuff. Mei Mei is able to share her perception with her birds, meaning she has a bird's eye view. You get? Normal humans can see curses in life or death situations. Due to the negative emotions, you would be able to see more curses over time, which is why in this scene one of them noticed two being Choso and Gojo, which you can normally see because they're not cursed spirits, while the other person was able to see the other two cursed spirits in that situation. For Halloween, someone wore the Naruto clothes as a costume, and even someone looking like the Joker. How did curses go through the infinity? That is meant to have infinite space in between Gojo and them. This is because of the domain amplification that existed. Similar to domain expansions, you'll be able to reach them eventually because of the guaranteed hit. But for domain amplification, that same property is there just with punches, and you can't use a curse technique. It's a complete hit or miss, but they'll be able to reach Gojo eventually. There's a misconception that Gojo does domain expansion and was able to kill the transfigured humans in 0.2, but it was in 499 seconds. It took Gojo to kill them all. 0.2 is how long he activated his domain expansion before stopping it. When Toji revived, it looks like he beat up Ino, but it wasn't him. It was still the grandson that was controlling Toji's body that beat Ino up like that, until Toji later took control afterwards. Toji's eyes are black because he was a puppet of Carnage due to the Scenent's techniques conditions, with Toji having zero curse energy being a loophole. So he was just a mindless killing machine, which is why when he died, his eyes went back to normal to show that he has control of his body again. When Yuji punches people, you notice they say there's a time lag in his punches. This was born from Yuji's bad habits when using cursed energy, but he mastered it after the Choso fight, in which he was able to then use against Mahito in the showdown and purposefully caught him off guard. When they say Choso lacked combat experience even though he whipped Yuji's ass, because he's only been around for a few months. Mahito went to take the cursed room of Choso and his brothers when it was the Kyoto Goodwill event, while everyone was distracted by Hanami. The stance Choso and Yuji does is a reference to the movie The Raid, which they also do a similar pose. You can see here the foreshadowing that Yuji and Choso are brothers because of the blood swirling together, which is then later revealed by Choso as the older brother. Mei Mei got the gear for real, but you can see it even from the front. But that's probably something you already know, and it's not really a small detail, is it? The way in which Choso found out that he is brothers with Yuji Itadori is because when Yuji killed his brothers, he was able to tell from afar that they died because of the effects of his blood technique. So when he was about to kill Yuji Itadori, he also felt the same effect that he felt when his brothers were about to die, which is why he ended up tweaking and confused, and it all stems from the fake ghetto. They say that the drunkard Naobito Zenin is the fastest Jujutsu sorcerer, if not for Satoru Gojo, who is broken. Let's be real, Dagon even says he's faster than Jogo. Since we're halfway through, let's look at some of the references Jujutsu Kaisen takes from other animes. When Toji used a playful crowd, there was no curse technique imbued in it, so it's just as powerful as the user. Naruto's ending when fighting Jogo got cooked up easily, but that's because the way he uses his technique is not what he used due to the fact that he had only one arm instead of two, which ended up costing his life and getting boomed. Pretty much explains it in the manga. When Toji realized Megumi was special, he was ready to sell him for 8 million yen, and that was so that Megumi could have had a home or somewhere to stay. Although the Senin family didn't really treat Toji that well, at least Megumi would be treated better because he is talented and also has a gifted technique, the 10 Shadows. Principal Yaga was guarding Shoko as she's the only one that can heal others with reverse curse technique, something that even Gojo can't do. She's the reason Ichichi and Ino survived in the first place. When Sukuna in this scene is skating, he is using his curse technique Dismantle to keep himself afloat, since he can use it with his hands and feet. Jogo here uses something called Maximum Technique, which is pretty much the maxed out and the strongest ability of the curse technique. The highest ability just behind Domain Expansion in Jujutsu Kaisen. When Sukuna was fighting Mahoraga, he called him similar to Yama no Orochi. This is a mythological creature in Japan that has 8 tails and heads. Yama no Orochi was killed by something called the Susanoo, and in that being the case, you can see that when it died, it noticed a sword blade that has appeared from its tail. Mahoraga also has a sword of extermination, which is positive curse energy will be able to one-shot any cursed spirit because they die when in contact with cursed positive energy. When Mahoraga was fighting Sukuna, knowing it had the ability to adapt to anything, when underwater, you can see right here that Mahoraga was able to grow some gills, so it was able to breathe underwater in a different habitat. During the intro of specials, you can see the amount of damage Sukuna did to Shibuya, and you can see how it's changed throughout each introduction of Jujutsu Kaisen. Mahito was mocking Yuji in this scene by creating one of Yuji's good friends, Junpei, and he stabs it to take the mick out of Yuji. That's why Yuji ended up being so angry. But Mahito was like, chill. He is literally the biggest troll, bro. No one's more of a troll than Mahito. Jujutsu Kaisen has some very good English dub scenes that contest very well with the subs. And I know a lot of you hate dubs, but give it a try.
Special grade cursed spirit that's been messing with our idiot?
Oh my. Am I really that famous?
Yeah, for running away like a little bitch.
In the anime, when Nobara is touched by Mahito, it looks like she stands still and takes the hit, but she thought it was a fake Mahito since she couldn't be able to switch and the real body acted as a blind spot, and then on top of that she got speed blitz, so it was tough. Mahito, when transforming into instant spirit body of distorted killing, he used the binding vow on his body so that he could maximize his destructive power. In exchange, he was not able to use idle transfiguration no more, which is why you don't see a very hectic Mahito, but more of a straightforward one, not so chaotic in the fight. The narrator missed out saying a lot of cold lines in the manga. Just one example is, the sparks of black do not choose who to bless. I don't even know why they haven't added that in. That line was fire. The way Mei escaped the Fey Ghetto in their fight was because Yuji was able to teleport them to Malaysia. That sounds kinda similar to the place Nanami kinda wanted to go before you got done dirty. Damn. The reason Ghetto used Maximum Uzumaki on Miwa was so that he could adopt the curse technique of Mahito, because before that I was like, he didn't need to do all of that. In the manga, after Mahito did what he did to Junpei, this is the next cover page and what we have to see. Yeah, Gege Okutami, you are a criminal. The reason Yuta's not here is because he was assigned a mission to train with Miguel in Africa, specifically in Sidibo, Tunisia, or in Morocco. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be all for today. If you haven't already, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe if you are new. And as I say to the new and old people that come and visit my channel, Njana.